Hey guys, this is Jason from Gamewright, and I'm going to teach you how to play Trash Pandas, the raucous raccoon card game. It's for 2 to 4 players, ages 8+. In Trash Pandas, you're going to be acting as a bunch of raucous raccoons competing to collect the most trash. You're going to be pawing through this trash pile here and looking for things like shiny and pie and fish and nanners, and also avoiding nasty creatures like doggo and kitty along your way. You're going to be collecting all this trash, putting in your personal stash pile, and at the end of the game, when the trash pile is out, you're going to count up your trash, compare with your opponents, and whoever has the most gets first place points, second most gets second place points, and third gets third place points. You'll total up all your points, and whoever has the most is the winner. Here's how to start a game of Trash Pandas. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take the Trash Panda deck and you're going to shuffle it and put it face down in the middle of the playing area. Then you're going to take the 6 action tokens and place them above the deck of cards and put the action die nearby. Then you're going to deal out cards according to the number of players. Deal 3 cards to the first player, 4 cards to the second player, 5 cards to the third player, and 6 cards to the fourth player. Be sure to keep your cards secret in front of you, hidden from your opponents. Let's take a look at the different kinds of cards in Trash Pandas. There are 8 different cards in the game. 5 of them are trash, with things like pie, yum yum, fish, shiny, and nanners. Each card tells you a bunch of information. One is the name of the card, how many of that card is in the game. So for example, there are 9 pie cards in the game. And then the top left corner tells you the points for having the most, second most, and third most cards at the end of the game. Also, at the bottom of every piece of trash is a special action. And instead of collecting a card for its value, you can play the card to the discard pile and use its action. Each one has a special ability. I'm going to go through them. Pie. This allows you to resolve a token twice. So if you take a stash token, the one with the 2 trees, instead of just stashing 2 cards, you can stash 4 cards. Yum Yum. This is a devious card because it forces an opponent to keep rolling. You can play this on somebody else's turn and force them to keep rolling even if they've already chosen to stop. Fish. This allows you to take a card from the discard pile. So if there's a good piece of trash in the discard pile that you want, you can play the fish card to the discard pile and take any one you want. Shiny. Steal a stash card from a player. You would go to their stash, and if you can have to take it face down, or if there's a face up one, you take that and you put it right into your hand. And then there's nanners, which allows you to ignore your last roll and choose to stop. This is a great card to play in case you bust, meaning you roll the same icon as a token you've already collected. If that happens, you can play down a nanners card to the discard pile and continue your turn. Then there are 3 other cards that act more as defenses to help you out during your turn. For example, this Blammo card, which allows you to re-roll your last die. Like the nanners card, this is a good card to play in case you bust. Then there are 2 other cards, Doggo and Kitty. These are defense cards in case someone tries to steal one of your cards. So for Doggo, there's 3 of them in the game. This blocks a steal attempt. If someone tries to steal from you, you would play down a Doggo, you'd show a Doggo, and then you get to draw 2 cards from the draw pile. And Kitty, she's a devious one because what she does is allows you to steal from an opponent if that opponent tries to steal from you. So you play down the Kitty card. When that person tries to steal from you, grab a card from them instead. In each case, you would be grabbing blindly without seeing what's inside their hand. And those are the 8 cards in Trash Pandas. Before we play, it's important to learn about the 6 tokens in the game, as these represent all the major actions in Trash Pandas. First, we've got the 2 trash cans. If you collect this token, this means that you can draw up to 2 cards from the draw pile. Then we've got the 2 trees. If you have this token, this means you can stash up to 2 cards in your personal stash. And that's important because in order to win the game, you're going to have lots of trash in your personal stash. This token means either stash 1 card or draw 1 card from the draw pile, your choice. This token means steal a card from an opponent blindly. You'll reach into their hand, pick a card, and choose it, and put it into your own hand. This token means draw 1 card from the draw pile. When you do so, you have to show that card to everybody else. You reveal the card to all the players and then place it in your personal hand. Now all of your opponents know one of the cards that you've drawn into your personal hand. However, if any of those players want to, they can stash that card from their hand. So for example, if you draw a Nanners card, that means that you get to put it in your hand, everybody sees it, and if anybody has a Nanners card, they can place it into their personal stash, but they must play it face up. For every card that someone places into their hand, you get to draw one card from the draw pile. And last but not least is the recycle icon. If you get this token, this means that you can trade in this token for any token that you did not claim before you stopped rolling. So you take this token, put it back in the middle, and take a token that you did not claim during the other part of your turn to put in front of you. Those are all the 6 tokens in Trash Pandas. Okay, here's an example of a turn in Trash Pandas. Let's say it's my turn. I've got these 3 cards in my hand. I've got Blammo, some Pie, and some Yum Yum. First part of my turn, every turn is I'm going to take this die and I'm going to roll it. And it lands on an icon. I got the trash can tree icon. I take that token, put it in front of me. Then I make a decision. Stop and resolve this token to end my turn, or push on, roll the die again, and try to get some more tokens. Well, I'm going to roll again. So I'll roll again. Oh no, I got the same icon as I previously collected. I busted, unless I've got some Blammo, which I do have. So if you have Blammo, I'll place it to the discard pile, and now it says re-roll your last die, which I can keep doing, so I can keep going. I played the Blammo down, and I roll, and this time I got the double trees, and I'll collect that, and then I'll decide, do I roll again, push on, or do I risk busting and losing my turn? I'm going to roll again. So I roll again, and oh no, I did, I busted. I got the same icon as I previously collected. I don't have any more Blammo in my hand. That is the end of my turn. But as a consolation prize, I get to draw 1 card from the draw pile to end my turn. So now let's say it's my next turn. I start again by picking up the die, rolling it, collecting the matching icon from the middle, and then deciding to push on for more, which I will do. I'll roll again. And I get the recycle icon. That's good. I'm going to try one more time, roll again, and I'm going to get the double trees. Great. First thing I'm going to do when I get the recycle token, I get to trade it in for a token that I have not yet taken for the turn. So I'm going to take it for these double trash cans. And now I can resolve these icons in any order that I want. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to resolve the double trash cans by drawing 2 cards into my hand. And I get me some Kite, awesome. That's going to be great for defense. And some Blammo, definitely need Blammo in case I bust on a future turn. Next, I'm going to resolve another token. This time I'm going to go for the trash can tree icon, and I'm going to use that to draw yet another card. That allows me to either draw 1 or stash 1, and I'm going to draw because I want to see what else I get. Oh, I got more Blammo. Good, that's going to be helpful again. And then the third token I'm going to resolve is this double trees, and I'm going to look through my hand, and I'm going to secretly stash 2 cards. So I will stash this Pie face down in front of me, and I will stash this Yum Yum, and that's going to be counting towards the end of the game. And that is the end of my turn. The game ends when the draw pile is empty. The active player finishes their turn, and then everyone discards any cards left in their hands. Now it's time to score. First thing you're going to do is you're going to pick up your personal stash pile and you're going to sort it by trash type. So I've got some Yum Yum, I've got some Fish, some Nanners, and a Shiny, and a Blammo. And now what you're going to do is compare your total with your opponent's. This is my opponent's stash, and we're going to compare what we have. So let's look first. I've got 2 Yum Yum cards. My opponent doesn't have any Yum Yum cards, so that's 4 points for me. Now Fish. I've got 2 Fish cards. My opponent has 3 Fish cards, so she gets 5 points for having the most Fish. I get 3 points for coming in second for Fish. Now Nanners. I've got 2 Nanners, and my opponent also has 2 Nanners. And anytime 2 players are tied for the same number of cards, you'll look at that number and subtract 1 from it. So instead of each getting 7 points, we're going to both get 6 points. So I get 6 points and my opponent gets 6 points for having Nanners. And Shiny, I have 1 Shiny card. My opponent doesn't have any. I score 3 points for that. And Blammo, every Blammo in your stash gives you 1 point per Blammo card, so that's 1 for me. So I total everything up and I got a total of 17 points. Now my opponent. My opponent had Mpai. I didn't have any Mpai cards, so she gets 6 points for that, plus that 5 for the fish, that's 11, plus a 6 for having nanners, the same number as I did, for a total of 17, plus 1 Blammo card. Oh, she beat me by 1 point, 18 to 17. So there you have it. That's how you play Trash Pandas, the raucous raccoon card game. For more great games, find us at Gamewright.com. Also on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks for watching.